Hi guys, welcome to another Chesspatzer UK stream. In this one, very generously, Simon Williams is going to take on the whole Chesspatzer Unite clan. This is awesome. I wanted our first team event to be something really big, and it is thanks to him because he's just such a lovely guy. Always supporting chess, and obviously all his stuff is awesome, fun, enjoyable. He's always enthusiastic. You know, you get caught up with all the fun that he creates. So thanks so much, Simon, for that. I just want to start by saying that. And with that, obviously, I'm going to go through his websites because that makes perfect sense. The links to his sites are all below in my Twitch chat, but I'm going to go straight to his website, GingerGM. And this year, in fact, he's actually also going to be playing in the British Championship, so that's always fun to see. I love seeing him in real chess. And if you watch this, Simon, please play more over the board chess because it's exciting for us viewers. It's fun watching you play all your blitz stuff, but it's nice seeing you concentrate and actually take chess seriously as well. So please do more over the board tournaments as well. I know you're a busy guy, but you know, try and fit in. But yeah, this is obviously Simon Williams' website. He's on all social medias. Just come here and follow him on everything. He's always got up and coming events. He's always been invited to interesting stuff. So just follow him on Facebook as well. I mean, obviously all the multimedia sites. All his DVDs he's got out at the moment. I think his most recent one's the Pierce/Perk with Grandmaster Tiger Hillett Parson, which has got great reviews in the newspaper. I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get a copy just so I can beat it. I hate the Perk playing against it. I find it difficult anyway. I tend to chuck all my pawns up the board, and before I know it, it's all over. Anyway, so go to www.gingergm.com and check him out. The guy's fantastic. I can't plug him enough, to be quite frank. Anyway, so let me briefly go back to my website, our website, the Chesspatzer Unite website, which is www.chespatzerunite.com. We've got a little welcome video. I won't play it because it lasts for 30 seconds and I don't know what I'm doing. So please come in here to see what we're up to next. There's a little blurb about what we're trying to do, why we've been created, what our goals are. You can come and meet the Patzers at Chesspatzer HQ. You can see which events we've got coming up. If I just click on that one just to show you. And you'll see that here we've got the GingerGM event. Chesspatzer Unite vs GingerGM. Here's all the links. So please log on if you want the links. Obviously GingerGM up the top if you want to follow him. He's got plenty of followers, so I'm sure you'll be able to find him easily on Twitch. But there's all the other people that are potentially streaming. It's most of us. I believe only a couple aren't making it. I think Chesspatzer USA, I didn't even put him on. Oh, yes, I did. Chesspatzer USA is Camel Clutcher. He's the only one, I think, who's not going to be streaming. Everyone else on this list is streaming. So please tune in, have a look. So that's my blurbs out the way. Now we're just going to wait for the actual challenge itself, which is going to be 30 minutes plus 30-second increment. He's taken on 13 of us, which is loads. So best of luck to him. I say that, but he should destroy all of us. I mean, he is a grandmaster. There's no getting away from that. And I played him one-on-one, and I nicked one game, which I was going to show off right now, but I don't think he was concentrating. And I think he was surprised I actually tried to win a game. And he certainly extracted his revenge as soon as I won that game. But, you know, for me, at least, I'll always have that. I took him down for one game. Someone's saying Simon's online, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have him on in the background, so bear with me while I do some technical stuff my end, which is literally type chess into Twitch and see his name pop up. I see my Chesspatzers are all logged on. That's good. Well, at least some of us anyway. Bjorn's on. Chesspatzer Briz is on. Chesspatzer Wales is on. I'm on. We got some trying to do Chesspatzers from a tournament, which is absolutely nuts. But good luck, Chesspatzer India, if you manage to pull that one off. That's the right idea, Frank. You want to see basically, Danger's on, so he's Chesspatzer Wiltshire. Blazer Rose on, he's Chesspatzer Barnsley. So pretty much most of my Chesspatzers that said they're going to stream are on already. Can't see Simon, so someone said he was live already, but I can't see him yet. Refresh. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it to him. I'll check again in a couple of minutes. Thanks for the luck, JS. We're all going to need it. We range in various strengths. I see the word Patzers totally misused personally, because Patzer's someone who makes mistakes in chess and, you know, is weak. But it's not really. Patzer's literally just about making mistakes. And of course you can iron them out. The more you play, the more you learn. But as far as I'm concerned, even Magnus Carlsen makes mistakes. So he has Patzer days. So everybody's basically a Patzer. And it's just about realising it, embrace it, and then just get over it. You know, no one can play perfect chess all the time unless you're like Alpha Zero. And then we're still not even sure about Alpha Zero, because when he plays Stockfish, no opening book. Opening books are massive in chess. Just going to check, see if someone's messaged me. Nope, no message there. Because I'm on tenterhooks until I see the challenge come through. No one's been challenged yet, Briz, as far as I can see. I can't even see that he's online yet. I mean, he will be. There's no way he's not going to turn up. We all saw the email. Simon emailed us about 10 minutes before, so he's definitely on his way. And basically the idea of this is also, at the end, obviously I'm going to take everyone's stream and put it all in one place. So you can see everyone's reaction of how they've been doing against Simon, you know. Everyone has their own opinion about how they think they're playing, etc. And hopefully, off the back of it, I'm going to do a video of the best moments. Not so much on the editing side, because I haven't got that sort of skill level. But I am going to do something editing coming up for the Chesspatzer Arena. I'm going to take everyone's best 2 games and make a brand new video, because the arena's going to go on for 2 hours, and that's far too long. But if I just snippet everybody who streams, there should be about 8 of us. That's 2 games each. It should make quite an enjoyable video. And a lot easier than watching 7 or 8 2-hour-long streams. So that's plans for the future. That's actually next weekend, funny enough. We're going to do the Chesspatzer Arena. So, you know, stay tuned and you'll be able to join that. I'm going to put a link. The only downside of Lee Chess is that you have to do the tournament an hour before. You can't do it in advance unless you probably work for Lee Chess. So you have to just stay tuned on that one. Oh, good. Thanks, Bjorn. That's very helpful. Just going to stick Simon on in the background if he started. Why can't I see him? Simon, where are you? Simon! Alright. Bit overreaction now. I'm excited. What can I say? Doesn't matter how many times I play this guy. I love playing him. He plays such wacky stuff. Yeah, he's online. Right, cool. Let me just get Simon on in the background so I know when he's sending out challenges. He's doing a little bit of build up. Good lad. I like that. Oh great, that sounds good, Bino. For the guys that are playing against Simon, please do me a favour, don't watch his stream while he's obviously analysing the games, because it gives away far too much. Not cheating exactly, but it's a form of cheating. So Twitch Chesspatzer. That's Luis, that's Chesspatzer Spain. It's interesting, put the Twitch before and not after the Chesspatzer, which probably would have been a bit easier, Luis, just as a tip. But yeah, I can see Simon's up and running, so please, the guys that are playing him, don't watch him. You can obviously watch this back later, so see it as your treat for after you've finished, and go to his stream obviously once you've lost or won or drawn or whatever. Probably the first one, but you know, if you get lucky, then great. Maybe he'll be crying on his stream and that'd be hilarious. But you can watch all the other Chesspatzer streams, so if you do get a little bit bored, then feel free. Maybe it was you. Actually, no, yeah, Chesspatzer Spain could have been done. Alright, fair play, Luis. Sorry, my bad. But that's Chesspatzer Spain there in the chat, who's worked round someone nicking his username. So good work, Luis. As far as I know, if you haven't read the email, Simon's going to challenge us all individually. Just make sure all your challenges are open and that you're definitely in live chess, because otherwise he can't add us. He has the list, and I guess he'll just work through the list and add and play. So let's do this. So he's talking right now, and he's just saying it. Hopefully, it's going to work out. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it does. He hasn't sent out any challenges yet, so we're just waiting. He's just introductions still. I'm going to go and grab my coffee because it's now brewed, which is great because I need a coffee so bad. And especially like during the game, I want to be as awake as possible because I need to beat this guy. He's 9-1 against me. I mean, I know he's a grandmaster and I'm not, but I'm like most people. I don't like losing, so it doesn't matter how good he is. I'm going to give him a fight, and I'm sure all my other Chesspatzers are under the same ethos. They all want to win. They haven't turned up just to be part of this. They've turned up to try and get him. And that's the only way you'll ever be a good player, is you've got to believe that he has the same amount of pieces as you, and you have the same amount of chances. So, come on, the Chesspatzers, get any result. Come on. Right, just gonna grab my coffee. Be back in a second. Oh, I've got a challenge. Oh, it's gone. No, where's the challenge gone? It was there and it's gone. I don't know what happened. Bring the challenge back, Simon. I'm sorry. Bring it back. It was here briefly. We'll see. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. I always thought this part might be the bit that's a little bit of a challenge to get started. But once we're started, then obviously it's going to be fine. But this is the initial part where I'm just a little bit nervous. Just while we're trying to get added into playing him. Maybe we should have given him a little bit longer to do the... I said 30-30 because I thought that would be quite long for him. But if it takes half an hour to add everyone in, then he might be in increments straight away. Come on, Si. Come on. You can do it. So this is why we should really practice this stuff beforehand. But also it's kind of fun learning as you're trying to do something. Learning on the job, as they say. Sometimes it sticks in your mind a lot easier. But I don't know now whether the first challenge was correct or not. Because he's definitely playing with some settings. Danger, all I can suggest is you don't necessarily need to have your face for the stream. I mean, if you just want to do your stream with just vocals, it'll go fine. Because really we're after you drawing your arrows and telling us what you feel about your game. So I don't want you to miss out. But camera is always the one that takes up the most of your... I'll split out in a minute. The most of your broadband. So feel free just to do the... just the voice. It'll still be very interesting for everyone. I mean, it's fun when you can get to do stuff like this, like, but, you know, at the same time, maybe that's a good idea not to have that on camera. It's too late for me, I've just done it. So, you know, that's just a way. Ah, sigh, you know. I see him playing with the options. He's trying not to laugh. But, as a chess player, sometimes you see things coming. And I saw this one coming. I always thought the initial state would be getting all my guys to turn up for one. And the second problem being getting added to the simul in the first place. But everyone seems to be here, so that's a really good start. And now it's all... Oh, he's playing Blazer Rose, so he's managed to get Chespatzer Barnsley in. That's a good start. I'm guessing he'll have to make a move in that game as well. Simon, make a move in the game. He can't hear me. I don't know why. I could shout really loud. He can't hear me in Guildford. Guildford's a long, long way away. Well, you know, maybe he's hungry, Chespatzer. Manchester, you know? It's, you know, you've got to have a snack before the game. Keep the sugar levels up. But, yeah. Oh, he's got two in. He's also playing Chespatzer India. I've got the sound off at the moment. I'm going to turn him off completely once I see him up and running with all the other Chesspatzers. But he's got Chespatzer India and Chespatzer Barnsley up so far. I'm just hoping it doesn't time out these challenges. That's the only downside, well, I think could happen. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. No, I guess it'll be alright. It won't auto-abort, will it, after a minute? I've got a horrible feeling it will. So I think he should make... Oh, Chesspatzer Canada's in. So he's got Chesspatzer Canada as well. He seems to be getting the hang of this. Yeah, I thought so, Blaze. Someone needs to tell Simon he needs to make a move. Can someone go in Simon's chat and tell him that he needs to make a move in these games as he adds them? Because otherwise he'd just auto-abort all of them. Please. It's a shame because everyone else is... I can see ChesspatzerUKs is in. I'm going to send him a message on his stream. So you need to make a move in each game to avoid... That's how fast I type. What was I just say? Abort. Can't speak and text and talk to you guys all at the same time. It's very difficult for me. So he's going to have to probably go through all that again. He's got Chesspatzer Spain up. I'll send him a message, so fingers crossed. But we will get there. The problem is, where they're aborting behind him, he might forget who he's trying to add. So we're going to have to probably keep messaging him saying he needs still to add people. Because there's Chesspatzer Wales. He's getting through them. But he needs to make a move. Is he going to make a move in this game? Chesspatzer, no, he's moved on. So he's going to find them all closing behind him. We will get there eventually. I promise. See, and this is all working out for him for the future. Because when the next group want to take on Simon, he'll get it dead right. We're his practice group. And I don't mind. Practice group's just as good. Blaze, it probably is rated. But the chance of you beating him are quite low. So don't worry, mate. I don't know Chesspatzer Manchester. I haven't got a clue. It's usually between 2 and 500. So should be getting a bit of exposure here. Should be helpful for the Chesspatzers. But as I say, he's not. He's going to have to go back through them. I'm sure he's going to have to go back through and make some moves. There we go. He's making some moves now. This is crazy. I mean, it's just every time he makes a move, it flicks to a new board. But he's still got half of us to challenge yet. This could go on for some time. But then that's what coffee's for, you know? Because I'm not going to run out of things to talk about. Because I talk literally non-stop all day, every day. My poor people at work. I do feel for them. And if they even complain about it, does it stop me? No. I still chat on. Because, you know, you've got to. Otherwise it's a bit boring, isn't it? Cheers for follow Commander Root. He's made... Yeah, okay, so we're in... He's at least made some moves in quite a lot of games. But he's going to have to go on and challenge some more people. I don't know how he's going to... He'll have to make a note of who he's got playing or something. I mean, that's what I would do if I was him. But he's obviously got some more Chesspatzers to challenge. Including yours truly. You know, it'd be nice if I got a game. Saying that, I've played him a lot. I probably could get away with not playing him. He's really getting... No, he's really getting there. He just, like I say, someone let him know that he still needs to add me. I'm getting a little bit sad here. Talking away without someone playing in front of me. But he's chuckling away, I think, because of how many boards are going on at once. Poor chap. Adam saying, where's he gone? It timed out. He will re-challenge. I hope. Chesspatzer South Africa's in. It looks like Chesspatzer India and myself aren't in currently. And I didn't see Chesspatzer YST either. Poor guy. He's getting stressed out. I can see it because there's too many things going on. Right. I don't know. Maybe I can challenge him. Yeah, I saw that being off. Good luck, mate. He's nearly there. He's just a little bit short. I think there's like 3 or 4 of us he's missed off, but I guess he's going to sort that out once he's done a few moves. I just hope he remembers to... Yeah, he's at least moving. Oh, he's in. Challenge accept. I'm in. Oh, I'm white as well. What a bloody result that is. We'll go focus mode just to give everyone a full board. And we've got a French. Now, Simon always nabs my D3 bishop, which is quite annoying, but last time we had this opening, I ended up getting into a fairly level ending and then just completely screwed it up because I let his king invade. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm going to move fairly slow because we've got a lot of time. And I'm kind of keeping an eye on... you can't give a sad face to the French. You know Simon plays the French. That is pretty funny, though, to get upset about. Knowing he plays the French and the Dutch. But the big point here is I just want to make sure that everyone else is playing first. Obviously, there's going to be some more interesting games. He's playing the Sicilian in some games. He's playing... Let's see what other openings he's got coming up. Blazer is just starting a new game. He's played D4 against Blazer, E4 against ChesspatzerUKs. I'm glad I gave him a list, I'll tell you that, because I knew that would be a good idea. I gave him a list right at the end of yesterday of all the Chesspatzers that he needs to add, and they're rough strength, because I don't think it's fair for him just to be thrown in, because chess.com, some of us are new to chess.com, and the ratings will be 1400, but I've got a Chesspatzer that's 2130 FIDE, so you know he's pretty strong, and I've got a few 1900s, and that means they're all going to be good enough to give Simon a run for his money. And we've got some really weak ones as well. I mean, when you're being all inclusive in the Chesspatzer world, anyone can play. So it's weak versus strong makes no difference. We're all Chesspatzers. So fingers crossed. I think he's nearly there. He does seem to have a lot of games running, which is great. See Chesspatzer Spain's been has just started his challenge. Yep, he's on. Good. We're nearly there. I think we're pretty much there. It's just almost Chesspazer India and Chesspazer YST are the only two I haven't seen popped up yet. And Chesspazer YST is in Wales, and it's an unpronounceable name, so I always say YST. But when you see it written down, you'll be like, what? Because Welsh is quite a difficult language, you know. It's a good job they speak English as well. So yeah, I think they're the only ones missing. Or maybe Chesspazer Swan isn't there as well. Chesspazer Swansea. So I think two of my Welsh Chesspatzers and Chesspazer India are missing. Could someone tell Simon that? There's only 3 to go by the looks of things. That'd be really helpful. Is he still challenging? I think he may still be challenging. But those are the only 3 that are missing, I believe. So yeah, so the initial setup of this seems to be the slowest part. Once we get up and running, he's going to be fine. I might write in the chat too. The thing is, he'll try and talk to me, and I can't talk back because I can't hear him. Because the sound's off. So let me just type that in. Just Chesspatzer Ind Chesspatzer Swan and Chesspatzer YST. I believe that's it. If there's any others, they really need to be shouting in his chat. Oh, he's got Swan. So that's good. So just India and YST as far as I can see. And if I've missed any of my Chesspatzers, I do apologise. But guys, you're going to have to help me out. Go onto his chat and tell him that you need to. He hasn't challenged you yet. And then we can relax into this. Because as I say, we've got a lot of time. Cool, being off. Good luck, mate. Obviously, there's a lot of YouTubes for you to watch later. So enjoy. Simon's played the perk against Chesspatzer RSA, South Africa, which has been off. And that'd be interesting because he's just done a DVD on it. So we'll see how that goes down for him. And I shouldn't worry about the time control. He only really needs 10 minutes. And he's going to get 30 seconds per move. But he's pretty much got all the challenges in, I think. Let me count how many he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 11 of the 13. So there's only 2 missing. But if someone could just let him know it's Chesspatzer India and Chesspatzer YST that are missing. Cheers for the follow. Domington69. Oh, he moved. Might give him some time back. Should I upset him and play the exchange French? Because like the one of the best ways to upset Simon is to play the exchange French. Because he hates it. He thinks it's the most dull thing in the world. And I can't bring myself to do it. But, you know, in another stream, in another world where I was just going to be a bit of a git, I'd be taking that pawn. But there's so many moves here. I mean, pawn up. Knight c3. That's about it. No. Knight d2. I mean, I guess you can play some pseudo stuff. You can even play bishop d3 here. But I'm just going to play the advanced variation. I'm most comfortable in the advanced. It can be really tactical if Simon allows it. He won't. Basically, I'm going to put my bishop here, and he's going to trade it off. But for the loss of the bishop, which means my kingside attack isn't going to be amazing here, I'm going to have a very solid game, and I'll be able to slight space advantage versus his stronger structure, which you'll see as it develops. So the only advantage I have over the other Chesspatzers is I have played Simon 10 times. 11 if you count an over the board simul, where I was black and I played the Dutch against him and I drew. And he said afterwards, it's damn good opening that. And I said, well, I learnt from the best. We both cheersed and I went on my way happy. Actually, I got quite a nice picture, and if I had it and I was prepared, I'd show you it, but I don't, and I'm not. So, so how many has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he's got 11 of the 13. You know, I do apologise to the 2 that didn't make it, but they have to help me as well. They have to add themselves on. Not like they can. I mean, they should be on Simon's stream telling him. Yeah, it's a dream, Rookham, but at the same time, that was a simul as well. I should have said that properly. I haven't got illusions of grandeur. He'd destroy me on a one-on-one game. Yeah, I did say Chesspatzer Spain. That's the problem. He's not drinking. He's taking this very seriously. He wants to basically beat us to nothing. So, those that don't know much about the French, it's all about the attack on the D pawn. This is why the knight's here. The queen's going to come to b6. That's also going to put pressure here. You can bring the other knight around onto here, and that also pressures there as well. So this is a battle for the center. And now white's pluses are two pluses. One, generally the light square bishop is trapped behind light square pawns, which is not an ideal situation. And also I have a space advantage. As you can see, I have many more squares behind my pawns than Simon does at the moment. So if we cut off the board like that, I have more space than him. He has these squares. And as you can see, that's a lot less space. Which means that I can start doing plans of kingside expansion, etc. Which is why I'm going to try and get my bishop here. Well, we'll see. He may not play the same thing that we've played before, but I suspect he will. Because he's a grandmaster, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, but Dominion, he plays really well hungover. That is literally his over-the-board state. So we're in trouble. Don't worry, Chesspatzer will. Stay in there, mate. The longer you stay in there, the harder you'll make it. And then hopefully it'll be harder for us. Easier for us, because you're distracting. But it looks like Blazer Rose plays some sort of Dutch against him. That's interesting. Is that Dutch or is it English defence? Okay, well the English defence is pretty dangerous. So it's quite fun watching the other guys playing. It looks like someone else has sneaked in who's not a Chesspatzer. Which is a little bit naughty, but... Okay, you know, you've got to love a trier. Someone tried, and they tried and they got in, so fair enough. In one way, I wanted him to have at least 13 people, just to distract him so that we could possibly beat him. Because there's no getting away that he's a GM and he just knows his stuff, you know. He's pretty much playing his main lines against everyone. It'd be interesting if he plays a dragon against someone. I'm quite interested in his game against Chesspatzer South Africa, just because I want to see what he's learnt from Tiger Hillett Parson, which is a great name for anybody. If your first name's Tiger, I mean, that is superb. I don't have a Chesspatzer Yorkshire, so if you're interested, then just send me a whisper with email address in, and I'll send you the deets on how to join up. And I'll be the first to say, welcome Chesspatzer Yorkshire, or Chesspatzer York, as you'll be called. Okay, so, yep. This is pretty standard. He's delaying the queen b6 idea, but it's pretty much going to transpose. He'll play his knight down to b4, and I'm going to let him take the bishop. The plus side is my knight's going to have a square on c3. Yeah, exactly. And last time he said this was a blunder, but it's not a blunder. It's a line I've looked up, and it's absolutely fine for white. It's just no big advantage. And to be fair, when you play against the French, unless you play a mainline Tarrasch, which is so much theory, and I've already got some big theory openings in my head, and I don't know him that well. I don't want to overload, but the Tarrasch is the only one that really takes on the French. Recently, the classical line, which is bishop g5, has been very popular, but Simon's played really well against that. So until Simon starts struggling against the classical, I won't be taking that one up. Yep, so he's going to take and bishop and knight. Sorry, knight here, and that's fine. I'm just going to play knight here. Because the point is, when he plays knight b4, he's actually threatening to win the rook at some point because of the control he has on c2. If I started like coming around, trying to save my bishop, that's why he can't save the bishop. So you just let the bishop go, which is absolutely fine. And I'll try and fight back. And like I say, I mean, it's good for him because though the light square bishop is bad, it won't have an opposite number anymore. Which will also make my attack on the king side weaker, which I said at the beginning. And I knew this was coming because I played him before, and Grandmasters, I'm sure, are a creature of habits because they win so many games. So this game is going to be a positional game rather than a gung-ho tactic game. So we'll see how we do. I'd search for me Domitian. I can't say your name, I'm really sorry. Domitian? Anyway, sorry dude. Yeah, I mean, if you basically find my name, you should be able to have a whisper button. If you actually go to whispers and search for me, I'm not 100% sure, but we can definitely sort this out. If you go to our webpage, which is www.ChesspatzerSunite, which I'll do because let's face it, I've got a bit of time. Let me show you somewhere where you can contact me. So if you go to the ChesspatzerUnite webpage, which is www.Chesspatzersunite.com, at the bottom of this is contact me, or contact us, and it's me. So there I am. So if you just whack me an email that you're interested in joining as Chesspatzer Yorkshire, I'll respond in kind, and I'll give you the details on what you need to do to join us. We do have a lot of people. I've got to say, I'm really happy how quickly we're getting people on board. So if we go to the Chesspatzer HQ, this is our team so far. You can see there's quite a few. We've got a few countries covered. Obviously we're going to get a few from the UK because that's where I'm based, but they're all over the shop. So please come on, have a read. I mean, there's a little blurb about each one, so you know you get a little bit more information as to why they joined up and why they played chess, etc., etc. So all interesting stuff. So please go and have a look at the website. Let's go back to the chess briefly. So yeah, so the next move is going to almost definitely be this. There's no reason why I wouldn't. Is mainline. The only move that he might play, which I'd love to see, is Queen B6, but I don't think that's a particularly good move, which is basically trying to win this pawn. But then he plays into my hands because I get to gambit. But he won't. He's just going to play, as I say. This is the move coming. No one's lost yet, Percy, and the match has definitely started. I don't think all the Chesspatzers made it in. I think 11 of the 13 did, but a lot of us are streaming as well, which is great. I'm really happy that the streamers managed to make it. So let's see, I'm just going to count the games because I can see on his screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Though I think we've got a pseudo-patzer. I think someone's dived in and taken someone's spot. But I don't mind. I like opportunists, so I'm going to find out who that guy is. I probably might ask him to join us. Though I ask everyone to join us. Just may take a little bit of time to process if I get a mad rush in one go. But at the moment it's 1 or 2 every week or so, so it's quite manageable. So I'm not stressed out about new joiners. So as I said, this was always going to happen, this opening, and I've had it before against him. But I had it in a blitz game as well, so I didn't really get a long time to think about what I wanted to try and achieve. So this time round, I'm going to have a proper think about it. I've got 33 minutes. I intend to use as much of that as possible. He says when it'll be all over in about 5 minutes. And I'll probably have 37 minutes on my clock. But that's by the by. The idea is that I actually use up all my time. So we'll see. I definitely don't want to be the first to lose. That'd be a bit shocking. Look, even Simon makes mistakes. I think that classifies as a patzer in some world. To say, even Magnus Carlsen makes mistakes. So I'm calling Magnus Carlsen a patzer, yes. Alright, you heard it here. If he wants to come and talk to me about it, I'll explain why I called him a patzer. Maybe, you know, I'm on phone, so if you want to give me a buzz, Magnus, I'm all for it. Imagine if you watched this stream, it'd be hilarious. It's like, didn't actually expect you to turn up. Yay Bjorn's copying my opening. Good boy. But Simon's playing the line where Yay Bjorn can sack a pawn. Damn it. Well, hopefully Yay Bjorn's learned from watching my previous streams and he'll get the hang of that. I got the slightly more boring version. And yeah, right, so tricks I need to watch out for. I should talk about the game a little bit. There's always skewers in this sort of stuff, so you've always got to watch out for bishop b5 at some point. At the moment, the knight defends it, so there's no problem. Again, he may want at some point just to get rid of this bishop, because it's not a very good bishop. So at any opportunity, he'd love to swap it off. He can't at the moment, so if he goes there, I'll just nab it. So that's all good. Now, things to note is he hasn't actually got these pieces out yet. So if I can launch a kingside attack, that's going to be useful. So I'm going to have a think about that in a second. I'm just having some generalizations of the position for now. His queen is okay attacking his pawn, but it's totally covered for now. No need to worry. I can always bring a rook over. This b pawn's a little bit annoying because I would like to get the bishop out at some point. And at the moment he could just do queen takes. But if he does do queen, and if he does queen takes, then he's on this knight. So that's also something I have to worry about. So there's my first move I'm going to consider, is whether I can get away with bishop d2. Now, if I play bishop d2 and he takes this pawn, there's a free pawn, I get to bring my rook over. He'll have to go queen a3, and then I can win back the b pawn and maybe sack my rook for that bishop. So I don't. That's my first thought. That I actually quite like the idea of trying to sacrifice this b pawn. I don't think he'd take it. So unless I mess that idea up, and it's my first idea. So let's see what happens. If I go here, he takes. He is attacking the knight, but it's also defended. I bring the rook over. He goes here. I do rook takes b7, and I think I'm better. Funny enough, because I'll be attacking him where he's trying to attack me. So that's one place where my bishop could go, and I have to develop the bishop, because once I've developed the bishop, perhaps I can bring the rook to the c file and challenge that way. The other place the bishop can go is on e3, but I'll lose the pawn, so that's no good. f4 and g5 all the same, so I'm going to play bishop d2, and then I'm going to need to follow up. Obviously that's move one of a sequence of moves. I've got to come up with more than just moving my bishop. Because ideally, I want this pawn up the board. So, things to do. He's also going to try and get this knight out. Can I do it? I can't stop that, so let's not cry about that. And this isn't weak. Usually, in a lot of lines of the French, you want to try and get your queen here just to keep pressure on the g pawn. That's not going to happen for me because I'm just so far away. Though saying that, just again generalizing, if I ever get the knight out the way, the queen can sit on g3 quite happily. I guess the only downside is the knight will just be able to sit in here too, so that the queen would have to move again, and from there the knight would defend the g pawn. So then I'd have to think about maybe challenging the knight this way, which I can't, because obviously, well, maybe I should be bringing my knight here then. For two reasons. One, it stops knight here, and two, it allows me to push the f pawn, which I really need to get on, because the knight will defend that pawn too. Now, if I go there, he'll possibly just play bishop e7. I mean, what do I do after that? Yeah, I agree. Lee Chess is a little bit better for setting up simuls, but I'm not being funny, but Simon's first simul, maybe there was a better way to do this. I have no idea, and I don't, and this is no bad thing against Simon because he's managed to pull it off. But maybe there's an easier way. Lee Chess is very easy. I mean, I've done my own simuls on Lee Chess. So anyway, so I'd love to play. So I'd love to play my knight here, but after this, I don't want to play g3. I could play knight. Sorry, I could still play my queen over, but then I'm letting this square become really weak. Okay, so we're going to try another plan. I'd love to play that, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going back to this idea, with also the plan of maybe rerouting my knights. I know it's a little bit of a dance, but this kind of works. And then I might even have, if I have to, bishop to defend. which is a horrible place to put a bishop, but then they'd never, ever miss with my centre with a bishop on c3. I'm going to go with this, because I need to develop the bishop anyway. And I'm certainly not worried about him taking this pawn, because I think I'm just better after rook here, winning this pawn and perhaps sacking. And the reason I'm saying sacking, because it's in the king's floating in the middle of the board. I just don't think he'll allow it. He'll never take that pawn. It'll be knight e7 almost definitely. Whew. So I don't know how my other Patzers are doing, but he seems to be motoring through the moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 13 people playing, so I don't know if he's managed to add people in. But obviously that's awesome if he has managed to capture everyone. And any of my Chesspatzers said they were going to play in it, and they're not in the challenge. Then I'm sorry, guys. But it's our first attempt at this. I'm sure future team matches will go a little bit smoother, but this is a great start. I mean, we've got 99% of us playing, and I know we've got a few simuls. Sorry, a few streamers going. So I'm not the only streamer, guys. So if you want to check out www.chesspatzers.com, ChesspatzerUnite.com, sorry. Let me just go back a bit. On up and coming events, which I'll show you now when it gets there. The mobile site works too, so feel free to use the mobile site if you need to. But in up and coming events, matches and events, you can see that we're playing the GingerGM here on the 30th of June, which is today and now. And here are all the streamers. So if you want to follow any of the other streamers, then just go to this page and you'll be able to click on the link and it'll take you to wherever you want to see. If you want to see something, I'll just example and I'll go to Chesspatzer Wiltshire. Hopefully he's online. It's going to be an advert first because they always do adverts. Oh, he's offline. Well, that was a bad example, wasn't it? That was a bad example. So I know Jason definitely is. Chesspatzer Canada. So barring the advert, you'll see Jason's happy face. There he is. So the links are there. Just test through a few of them. Most of them should have made it on. And then coming up next weekend on Sunday, the 8th of July, we've got our second Chesspatzer League Chess Arena. We had one. We've done our first one, and it was great fun. And I didn't have any prizes. So this time around, we've got some prizes. So again, go to the site and have a look. This time, all of these guys will be streaming because we've got plenty of time. It's a 2-hour tournament, so we've all got loads of time. And out of all these videos, they're all going to be 2-hour long, so I don't expect anyone to go through all those videos. I'm going to grab a couple of games out of each stream and do an ultimate best bits of the arena. So perhaps if you had a really good game against one of the Chesspatzers, you'll be immortalised on YouTube, as is some of the prizes if you manage to win. The first prize, for instance, is a match which will be streamed against any of the Chesspatzers you like, in any format you like. And also a free entry to an over-the-board tournament, which are listed here at chessengland.com. So feel free to get over to Chesspatzersunite.com and upcoming events. So yeah, so he's bringing the knight in. So the knight's going to come in, as I say. Just wants to put more pressure here. He's not taking this pawn, which is a shame. But for now, we can just we can ignore this pawn. It's not really something we have to worry about, because he's just not going to take it. So now the question is, what is step 2 of my plan? Because I need to challenge this. Okay, so the good news here is that there's no bishop e7 anymore. So my knight can actually sit here as I wanted, because I do want to challenge this square, and I do want to play f4, f5 at some point, with maybe g4 as well. Don't worry, Blaze, stay in there, son. That's Chesspatzer Barnsley there. It was never going to be easy, was it? Let's face it, he is a GM. Okay, so I've just had another thought. If I do go here, yes, okay, I'll stop him coming here with his knight. But he could just do knight c6. That'd be annoying. With a stronger threat against d4. D4 would be a pain. I wonder how bad this is. Cheers, Percy. Every little counts, as they say. So if I go there, he goes here. And then, how do I defend the pawn? could defend it by knight back, which I'm not actually against, funny enough. Because I wouldn't mind my knight here to, again, help me with the... But maybe I should just do that anyway. Maybe just knight back. Knight around. Because what's the knight doing? Ah, that would be an instant blunder if I move this knight. Because then he has bishop b5. And he'll win the exchange. Instant blunder. So that's not an option straight away. So I might have to allow him to put his knight where he likes, which is unfortunate. If it goes there though, I may be able to play g4 straight away. So I think I'm just going to... See, the only downside of moving this rook is it doesn't help me play f5 anymore. But I really want to break the chances of this skewer. It's quite a skewer, which is why I want to move the rook. Decisions. And the other thing I'd like to do is just to play this and just gain a load of space. Which may be a good idea as well. God, I've got a few options, but I'm not sure any of them are any good. Do you know what? I think I'm going to start with a3 and b4 because I should try to take space. I fully believe this knight's coming over here because he will try to get his knight into here. That's very grandmasterly. So let's stop that. We'll stop that with b4. So if he does play knight this way, we're not going to allow him to play knight here and knight here, which is just positionally crushing me like a grape. Like I say, yeah, g4 will definitely be on the books if he comes around this way. Then g4. But to start with, I should try and gain some space on the king side. Then I don't have to worry about that pawn anymore, which is another thing. And then eventually, I mean, this is a bit slow. I know it's slow, but this is a slow opening. Get the rook out of the way so there's no skewer on b5. Then reroute the knights. I don't know where this knight's going to go yet. Maybe he can get away with being here. Depends where his bishop is. And then get on with the kingside attack. So let's see what happens. Also, I will take the win on time. But of course, that's not going to get... It's never going to get that far. But we'll see. Oh, he's won a few games by the looks of things. I think he's won 3 games already. Which is a bit of a shame. But at least the other guys can enjoy the rest of the stream stress-free. So you've got to look at the pluses and minuses in these situations. But yeah, generally, I mean, I like these positions as white. I don't have an advantage. He doesn't have an advantage. So it's a level playing field, which is what you want really when you're playing a Grandmaster. You don't want him to have a slight edge. You give a GM a slight edge, and you see how quickly that how well you play when he's coming at you with initiative, which he does all the time in Blitz. But if you don't give him any initiative, you've got a real good chance against him. So moves. Yeah, if he goes here, I'm playing b4. If he goes here, I'm playing g4. He has to move the knight because he wants to get the bishop out. So that the knight's definitely going to do one of those 2 moves. I don't think he'll go to g6. Because if he goes to g6, I might be able to play Harry against him. And I'll do it just to make him laugh on stream. So my next few moves at least are fairly easy. That is part of the fun danger. But you got to, you know, stay in it long enough to make it worthwhile that when he gets to your game, he actually has to talk about it. Yeah, I saw you tried the English, was it the English defence Blazer? I mean, that was always going to be tough because he knows how to play that one. But at least you went for him. I mean, plenty of people, when they play players better than themselves, go into a little bit of a coiled up ball, like a hedgehog. They try and hide, they try and defend everything, and they try and stay in their little ball and hope for the best. But, you know, the better player will pick you apart. It's just going to happen. So you're much better coming out like a raging raccoon and like attach yourself to the Grandmaster's face and start doing this. I mean, the chances are he's just going to pick you up and then just slam you onto the floor and then stamp on you. But you might just claw his eyes out. So you've got to give that a go. I mean, there's no point just sitting there getting crushed like a grape. Oh, it's a perk. Fair enough. What to your F pawn then? What the hell happened to your F pawn then, Blazer? Talk me through that one. And yeah, maybe trying a brand new opening against a Grandmaster is a little bit risky. Okay, so what's this then? He didn't move his knight, which I'm a little bit surprised about. What is this doing here? Is he just going to sneak in here? What's the benefit of that? Queen's off the board? Does he think... Ah, okay, so the first thing he's stopping is b4. So then he can carry on with his knight plan. Which would then... I'd be in big trouble because of these two. Well, this one I don't mind so much, but I definitely care about my b-pawn if the knight gets there. And he'd probably go our bishop pair in the endgame. But he had a bishop pair in the endgame in this opening against me last time, and I held on quite nicely. So I'm not worried about the bishop pair. What I'd like to do is evict this queen. But I don't see an obvious way of doing that. Not without getting a knight here. That's not exactly the best place to put a knight. And it's a slight downside of not having a light square bishop anymore. So he's grandmastered me there. That's a nice move. That's a grandmaster move. He's restraining me, so I don't get to get on with what I wanted. Obviously, if I play b4, my position is really, really nice. As in, like, no problems whatsoever. Now, again, yes, this is a good move, because he's restraining, and as I say, the knight's going to pop in, etc. But the downside is he has wasted another move, and I'm fully developed. So, there must be some sort of compensation where I can move. And also, the other bright side is, he's no longer attacking this pawn. So, I can move this knight and potentially get on with f4, f5, which is what I wanted to do anyway. I've even got knight g5. I'm actually attacking the h-pawn. But then, do I sack the knight on f7? I mean, this is a craziness that you've got to think about. So if I go knight in, h6, I'll go knight in again and win the dark square bishop. If I go knight in, and he plays g6, and then I've got at least a concession there, and then maybe I can play f4. So I think knight g5 is coming with, and if he plays after knight g5 and he plays knight f5, I may play g4. Because for now, I do not care about this pawn. This is defended, this is defended, this is defended. But I can't just let him get on with his plan, because he'll just win. He'll just restrain everything, and it'll be game over. So I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to attempt this and hope that he plays a mistake, because as I say, my knight can hide in here and I'll get his dark square bishop. Failing that, I've got queen here and I'll checkmate him. I'm not sure how, because that's not checkmate, but that's what I'm going to go for. It's my style of chess. I need to attack him. He's a grandmaster. He must be beaten. Beaten, I say. He's going to slowly positional crush me to death, so I may as well go for checkmate, yeah? That's how you stop positional play. Go nuts! Because he'll see this move and go, ah, typical JT. Master attack. So I suspect I'll see g6 coming here. And actually g6 would be quite weak against queen f3. With g4 coming if the knight ever blocks. So he's got a few things to work out here. As things stand, things are okay. To be fair, JS, I would play the same against a Super Grandmaster. I don't care. You've got to go for them. If you don't go for them, they'll win. It's simple. They've got years and years and years of experience of positionally crushing you to death. And that's no fun for anyone. Well, it's fun for them. So you may as well just go for the jugular. And I am. Come here, f7 pawn. I'm coming to get ya. Coming to get you, GingerGM. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. There he goes. So h6, and as I say, we're going to nab his dark square bishop. Just make sure I'm not losing material. Nope, should be fine. We're just going to grab this one. That was always the plan. Because the only other option was to come backwards then. And I'm not going backwards. And then we're going to throw Freddy up the board at some point. Cheers, Rooken. I haven't had a clip for a while. So hopefully that goes viral and I get 10,000 views on it. Feel free to post that in his chat. Yeah, love that. So far, it doesn't look like any massive blunders. I'm not massively disappointed. If I win this dark square bishop, that is his better bishop. So I'm quite happy with that. As I say, I could have taken on f7. That's sort of madness, though. If I had a light square bishop and I could get to h6, h5 even, then of course that'd be interesting. But I can just play this. This is okay. This is a positional game. Okay, I'm taking a piece that hasn't moved, but it's a really good piece. So I'll happily see it off the board. I just wonder how weak my B pawn is. And a D pawn. Oh, he can only ever attack that D pawn once at the moment. I've got to remember that. It takes him 2 moves to attack that D pawn. And during that time, hopefully, I can either bring the knight back. Should be able to bring the knight back. So everything's still covered. If he ever takes the B pawn, he's not defending his B pawn, so I can always bring my rook over. That's the idea. Cheers, Rooken. I hope he watches it. It might distract him. Right, what to do? I don't really want to swap queens, but I would also argue that if I do take his queen, that his bishop's worse than my bishop. Actually, no, the bishops are just as bad as each other. That's quite funny. In the world of bishop offs, they're both pretty terrible. Cheers for the follow, String Dog. But I think we'll have to go down that line, aren't I? The queens are coming off because the only square I've got is c2. What happens on that? Let me have a look at that first. I've still got time. I've got 21 minutes, which is ages, considering I normally have like 5 minutes against this guy. So my chances are queen c2, or I just swap queens and then take this. I mean, whatever happens, I'm taking that one. It's just whether I swap queens first. Do I want to swap queens? What happens if I come back and keep the queens on? If I keep the queens on, is b5 coming? And do I care? Ah, I can't play queen c2 because he just takes the d pawn. You know these basic things in chess? Usually you have to defend your pieces. So I can't go here and defend the pawn. So he's actually forced the queens off, which is a bit disappointing for everyone. I'm sure everyone's really sad now. There's not going to be a mate in the attack. But I like to think that I scared him into swapping off queens. I can think that, right? I mean, it may not be true, but I'm still thinking about it. And then my next move is I'm obviously going to take his bishop. And then we're going to have a slow ending where hopefully he has no time and I have lots of time. So fingers crossed all my other fellow chess patzers stay in the game for as long as possible. Oh no, sorry, against Bjorn, Chesspatzer Norway, Simon's white and he's playing my line. So good. I say it's my line. I always claim my lines because I play them. Obviously, I learned them from other people. But yeah, Simon's going full attack on Chesspatzer Norway, unfortunately. Whew. Come on, right. Okay, so I need to switch now. My mentality has to change slightly from all-out attack to a little bit of defense because I've got to watch out for this D pawn. It's easy to defend, but and the other thing is I can take over control of the C file. So I think I'm actually going to defend with the knight and open up the C file. I have to switch into endgame mode, which doesn't mean that it's not tactical anymore. It's just obviously I don't have to worry about the queens getting swapped off, etc., etc. So let's put him under a little bit of time pressure and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with my position. This bishop's not going to stay bad. I can envision it getting here. So after wherever he takes my knight back with, I'm going to play knight e2. Actually, knight e2. Does he have rook here? He does. Yeah, so I'm going to have to think about this. I love to get my bishop along this diagonal. Because what happens is, with these bishops, the problem with both is that we're trapped behind our respective pawns. So if you can ever get your bad bishop outside the pawn chain, which means on this side, then it instantly improves. Now, I want to move this knight, but unfortunately, if I move the knight here, he does have rook c2. That is annoying. So I can't play that straight away, but I do need to defend this pawn. This ugly move to play my bishop here, because my bishop's basically a giant pawn if it gets there. Giant damn pawn! So if mine sounds good, then this is a blue snowball ice, and it's £54 from Argos. But if it sounds good, then this is the one you should recommend for him. Now, he's also... See, the knight's coming both ways, so there's no good me worrying about that. This pawn is definitely going to be under pressure. Now, the horrible thing is, I may have to play bishop here, which I don't want to, because I much prefer my bishop along this diagonal. But sometimes in chess, you just got to make concessions. The knight can't come forward, which is a way to defend the pawn. The knight can't come back, unfortunately, due to tactics. Because once I go here, he's attacking a pawn, the bishop, and if the bishop moves to defend the pawn, he takes the knight. So, I can't do either of those two moves. If he took that, would that be the end of the world? Would I then have bishop here and win that one? That might not be as stupid as idea as you think. I just don't like the idea of giving him a connected pass pawn. That's the only downside. Or I have 2 against 1 on the queen side. Because I would have won this one. And I would have an open bishop as well, which is also nice. Okay, so let's have a quick look through this. So sorry. If I play, which I need to play, I don't know which rook. Probably this rook. Because I want to move my knight. I think he'll take. I then have bishop here. He'll probably just go back. I take this one. You know what? He might even be trying to play f6 and f5 here. Yeah, he's possibly trying to play f6. Get his rook out that way. Because at the moment the rook's a little bit trapped. It wouldn't be connected passers. It would just be a protected passer. Which is just one pawn. I mean, to be honest, I'm almost definitely going to be playing this move. But I'm just trying to see if I've got anything else that's probably a little bit more active. Because the thing with endgames is, as soon as you go passive, which is what bishop here would be, he gets to just come at me, which is obviously what he wants to do. I can always play f4 if he plays f6. Decisions, eh? And you've got to make choices in chess, unfortunately. I really want to move one of the rooks. If I move this rook, he takes. If I go here, he definitely comes back. I definitely take this one. Tough. Because the problem is, if I go bishop here, his next move is definitely going to be f6. f6. And then I could play f4, but he will take. I would take. And the downside is, after all of this, is that he does have easy access to my d4 pawn. Yeah, quoted here, 2018. Yes. I can shift this one. If I play this. Again, another move. Okay, so let's try this one. So b3, rook takes. This time, if I play my bishop here, he can't bring his rook back to the c file. So he will have to go here or here. How good is that for him? Because at the end of the day, he may be able to attack this way. Right, this is the part where it's good I've got a lot of time, but he's going to catch up because this is tricky. Gotta think. The only way to make my position active is to allow him to take that D pawn. That's the only way to get activity. Because at least my bishop would be alive. Alive, I say. I do like this move. It's appealing to me. Gotta do some more calculating. Here takes definitely here. He doesn't have any of these squares. So he'll go here or here. Well, he's not going to go there because that's really inactive. So that's where he's going to go. So his rook's going to be here. I'm going to take that pawn. What then? Then he'll play knight here. Attacking the bishop. And attacking this pawn. I could defend it by playing bishop here. Then he has choices. He's got rook here. But then I've got f4. I think I'm going to go for it. Because I'm just going to get crushed otherwise. And I don't want to get crushed by him. Because it's too easy for him to build up against this pawn. And as I say, you've got to make decisions. Well, that teacher plays a row, won't it? No, I'm teasing. That's just some bad luck, mate. Unlucky, as they say. So the idea is, I think I can just about... Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. Because when the knight's here, it's defending this square. I think I've just lost this pawn. That was stupid. That was dumb. Yeah, I made a mistake. I completely forgot that the knight was defending this square. Okay. Well, pawn down. Not a lot I can do about that now. So that means that basically I should have just perhaps just bitten the bullet and just been slightly worse. I think you blundered at the same time I did Chesspatzersunite South Africa. I just blundered as well. Because my brilliancy of... This is the problem when you're not very good at chess. Is you start looking ahead. And the further you look ahead, the less reality it is. So he's going to take. I'm going to take. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go here. He's going to definitely go here. I'm going to take this one. When he plays knight here, I don't see how I defend this pawn. Because originally I thought I had here. But he just takes it. Blunder! And he's a GM, so he's going to see that quite easily. Which is such a shame, because I was really enjoying this game. It's a shame you don't get takebacks. Damn. Damn. Yeah, it's too late now, Percy, but I'm glad you said that afterwards. So I don't want any tips. My plan was great until the fact that it just doesn't work tactically. All I can hope for is that he... hang on a minute. I don't have to take this pawn. But giving up the pawn to get my bishop good. What I've done here is I've sacked a pawn for initiative. For freeing my pieces, my dark square bishop becomes a lot better. The downside is if you can't use initiative immediately, I'm just a pawn down. Because I don't think I can actually recapture a7. I don't even know if I don't think I should for one. Because I'm just going to lose both these pawns. And then we're going to have an armada coming down at the board at me. But we'll see. No, well, Percy, don't tell me anything before. That's the whole point. So it's good that I didn't see that. You shouldn't really be giving me tips. I don't want tips. I want to just lose and learn that way. Otherwise, it's all of us against Simon, which isn't fair for one. Yeah, okay. So, as I say my tactics don't work. He even has rook here. So that doesn't work as well. He won't go rook there, would he? Stays more active. Also threatens pawn down for a fork. Yeah, I think I've just blundered horribly here. This is even stronger. Because after rook down, I know I can't defend the knight because he'll just play that. If I didn't blunder, I'd be brilliant at chess. But unfortunately for me, I have blundered. Yeah, that's such a nice move. That's just nice. So simple, but that just kills me. That is just simple death. He's a grandmaster, you see. And grandmasters, they spot these things. Which means I'm going to have to give up another pawn. Oh well, I'm not going to cry about it. It's not resignable just yet. Not just yet. But it's looking bad, I've got to say. Yeah, but that's bad advice. Well, you were giving me good advice. This is completely different. But I'm already in big trouble. Big trouble. The only positive is we do have opposite colour bishops. So if all the material comes off, I might be able to hold it. And 2, I'm only a pawn down. Oh. Okay. It's a bit of a no-brainer, that one, for a start. But yeah, you can see this grandmaster chess is they tend to hold on to all the material they take from you. Yeah, I'm just going to be 2 pawns down. Unfortunately. But then again, if he takes that one, I take that one. Which I think I'm going to have to just go for. So rook moves, pawn up. Knight takes, bishop takes. And as I say, the opposite colour bishops, you just don't know for sure. Oh, I will, Danger. Don't you worry. I'll make him... he has to queen first before I'll give up this game. He will have to queen. So the idea is to save this pawn. Shall I save it with the rook? I want to play pawn up anyway because I've got to start the pawn push. Is he just going to play b6 if I do that? b6, so what? Because then I'm defending this one. I'm not that disheartened actually, because as I say, he is going to win this one, but I can't stop that. If I do win that one, I will have 2 against 1. And we do have opposite colour bishops. I've got to stay positive. And this rook isn't in the game yet. So it's still okay. You've got to keep giving yourself positive stories, otherwise you lose. The only way you ever swindle is to stay positive. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at your pain, Chesspatzer South Africa, but we've all done that. At least you didn't blunder in a silly ending. I mean, yeah, I wondered about that as well. It's probably smart. So I get to hold on to this pawn for 1 more move. And also, as I say, I'm going to keep the positivity. We do have opposite colour bishops. Though improving my position from here is quite difficult. Bring the rook over. F4 perhaps. He'll try and get his bishop out. He's got to try and get his bishop out. Yeah, originally he said 45, 45, but I thought that was too long. Especially when everyone's streaming and recording. You kind of want it maximum 2 hours. And this should be about 1 hour and 10-ish minutes, I think. Maybe slightly longer. Depends on how quickly people move. But as stands, obviously I'm a pawn down here. It's a clear pawn. And he has a very, very good protected pass pawn. Can't move yet, but it will do eventually. That's the point where I've got to try and attack it. When it starts moving. Positives in my position. I have an unchallenged dark square bishop. His rook's not in the game. And all my pieces can move. That forces me to take, unfortunately, which will bring his rook into the game. See? They're just good at chess, these grandmasters. They're just good at chess. I'd love to be able to play this. Can I play that? What happens on knight here, on rook here afterwards? The only other move is this one. Defend the pawn. Because if I take, here I have 2 pass pawns. And that will probably be death. So I'm almost not going to think about this. Which has been why I'm losing this game. But I can't allow these 2 pawns to be pass pawns. If I'm going to hold on to this, then I need to also, if I take, not only do I give him a beautiful centre, his rook would also be firing down the G file. So just going to try and restrain as much as I can. Exactly. I can still win, even though I'm really trying to play for a draw. I'm hoping to be so bored of this position that he'll just go, oh, okay. I might even cheekily offer him one. No, I'd never offer a draw. Such an insult to a grandmaster. If they offer you one, then you can consider it. But you should never offer. It's just damn cheek. That's a good move as well. Oh, yeah, Simon. Leave me alone. This is a positional crush, it would seem. It's just another crush. There's a song there. I don't know what it is. But it definitely has the word crushing. Yeah, that would definitely annoy him. So it'd be mission complete from that side of things. But yeah, he's just he's grandmastering me at the moment. He's decided that he's not taking any of my crap anymore. And he's just going to murder me. So I see a mate, so we're going to go for it. And that is pawn takes, knight takes, rook here, and then I'll threaten mate here. Because it's like last chance saloon. He's just winning all my pawns. He's turned into a gigantic ginger hoover. He's hoovering up my pawns. Like they're a mess. Which they are, to be fair. They're going to be nice and tidy when there's none of them on the board anymore. But we've got to try. Got to try. So my mistake was literally b3. I'm kind of sad. I was having a really nice game until b3. b3 was not the move. I couldn't let this pawn go. My tactics didn't work. I didn't pick up the a pawn, and so obviously I'm in a bad place. I should have just played bishop e3 and just suffered for a while. But I was probably fine. It's probably still level. Computer screamed 000 or 0.2 to black. But it's better than what I tried. I tried activity in this case. But it wasn't well worked out activity. So it was false, fake activity. Yeah. I'll set the mate up just because it's funny. Just see his face if he accidentally moves somewhere else and he gets checkmated. That would be most amusing for me. You did, Rooken, but as I said, you've got to make decisions in chess. And unfortunately for me, I didn't work out properly. You can't win every game. I'd love to. So let's threaten mate. Because it's funny. He will see it, but he just might not. I'd say my chances are 1 in 1,000 that he'll miss this. Maybe he'll get excited in another game. I don't think he will. But there is a checkmate. It just shows you that even in endgames where you're losing, snap checkmates do appear. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. So I guess he just moves his light square bishop. Just bishop here will do. And that'll be the end of that. So that's the move we don't want to see. Because one, gives him a square for his king, which is important. And two, he'll be attacking this twice. And I go completely passive on this. So unfortunately, though I hate to do it, if he plays bishop b5, I'm going to resign and enjoy the stream. At least the pressure's off. So this is the move that wins. Anything else probably loses, I hope. But he'll spot it anyway. Oh, he's seen it. Yeah, he's just drawn it on. Oh, no! I just caught the corner of my eye there. He's seen it, yeah. And that's resign. So thanks, Simon. That was awesome. He's such a great guy. I'm so happy that he's taken this challenge on for us. I'm going to log off now, guys, because there's no point in me just sitting here chatting away in a lost position. So I'm on my bike. I know you're saying no, Rooken. I can see that. But what have I got? This is now attacked twice. I have no real way to properly defend it other than just bringing the rook over. And I'm two clear pass pawns down. It's an absolute disaster. So anyway, I'm logging off. That was great. Thanks so much again, Simon, if you watched this. You kicked my ass this time. I'll be getting revenge at some point in my life, hopefully. Thanks for all those that have watched. And please tune in to future Chesspatzer Unite events. Go to ChesspatzerUnite.com and check us out. There'll always be something coming up in upcoming events. As I said, next event is on Sunday. Next Sunday. That's gonna be Lee Chess Arena. So please join in for that. Everybody's welcome to enter. There's prizes, so that should be fun for people. Go to the website, as I said, and you see what the prizes are. But for now, thanks very much, everybody. Thanks a lot, Simon. You're a top dude. And I'll speak to you all soon.